Now, hey guys, Chris here. I'm here with my my good friend Rawad. We're gonna be doing my technically my sponsor here, LineupZone. You want to say anything? Oh, okay. Oh, oh man. As soon as I come in, his computer dies. Well, I have plenty of time to be doing this. Why do I have why do I have such bad luck? Anyways, but I mean, while he comes back, I have all the time to explain all my lineups. So today, I'm sponsored by LineupZone now. They help me out a lot. They kick back a little to my channel, and they give me a little bit of publicity, so it helps out. And I really like their tool, and I really want to introduce it to you guys. And maybe you guys like it. Maybe you guys will check it out. But I use it pretty much every day now. It cuts down on my research. And now that I have school, it really helps out. But this is what I used today, and it won me $10 and a Quinn. I had Kluber, Lucroy, Goldie, Jeanette, Frazier, Didi, Althair, Moreland, and Domingo Santana. And this guy didn't even fucking do anything. But Frazier and Jeanette and Lucroy, man, these guys came in clutch. Kluber was a little bit of a disappointment today. Um, Hold on, guys. Let me tell Rawat to join back. Join back. Your Twitter. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I used today at Kluber, Lucroy, Goldie. Goldie didn't do shit today. I was expecting a lot more from him. And then Jeanette with 11. Jeanette, man, this guy killed it today. He had a triple, three. He was like 4 for 4, 4 for 5. And then Domingo Santana, I was expecting a lot more from him, especially since he's been killing it lately. 9 runs, didn't do anything with it. So that's a little embarrassing. But yeah, I hit some Quins, and then we had some head-to-heads here with this guy. Reshi, yeah, he pretty much played the same lineup and everything except for like 2 of them, and he killed me in those. But I got a 30-point lineup, which isn't too great, but it's a head-to-head, so you don't need the best score. You just need whatever can beat the guy next to you. So I had Frazier here. Frazier pretty much carried this whole team. Dozier came in clutch, 3.5 points, and then everybody else just kind of chipped in or didn't do shit. So that was the extent of this lineup. Are you back in, Rawad?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I'm just showing everyone the results for today, what the lineup optimizer gave me, and what they should expect from it. So what's it called? Rawad here is going to show us how to do it, but before I do that, I just want to show you guys what I think the slate should be tomorrow. What I'm thinking for the slate tomorrow, and then we'll compare it to what the machine got. So does that sound good to you, Rawad?
Yeah, it sounds perfect, man. Let's do it.
Okay, so this is what I'm making for tomorrow. I got Strasburg, got Lucroy, got Votto against some trash ass guy named Peralta. Got Kipnis. He at home. Kipnis got some crazy numbers, and he's playing against Jimmy Weaver. I like that lefty righty. Valencia hits lefties pretty well. Segura hits lefties well, and he's cheap. Whenever they play a lefty, they always bump him in the lineup. Bruce is killing it, and he's 2.6K, so I think I'm going to have to keep him in. If Pierce plays today, he has another lefty, and he hits lefties really well. And then Ben Revere has just been doing really great, so he's in there. And he's been constantly getting he's been getting so many freaking runs for that team. So if he gets like 2 to 3 points, that'd be great. But that's just an idea of what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna pass over the screen share to my friend Rod here, and he's gonna pretty much show him a lot of his own works.
Yeah, give me a second here. So let's let me get my screen here set up for you, and we go from there. Give me a second and screen share.
Yeah, we got Giancarlo Stanton here.
Where's my okay, here we go. Screen share. Let me turn on my optimizer.
I go. Ooh, 4 viewers now. We were at like nothing a minute ago.
Okay.
I like that. I like that hat, man.
Thank you, man. You can have it though.
All right, man. I don't know if I can rock that, but all right.
All right, so let me log into the. I'm not gonna share it until I log into the software.
You don't want to share your password. Huh? But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking for tomorrow, guys. I got some. I made that lineup just looking at all the matchups there, and then we'll pretty much go to the lineup optimizer and just pretty much show what it does. And it even has like really good WOBA splits. Like the WOBAs are crazy high. It gives you like the crazy high WOBAs are like 0.600, 0.700 going in for like a player in the matchup. And those are always the ones you want to play. We're going to be looking at what the optimizer gives us. And we're gonna be good for today.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, just screen share it, and then we can show everyone, and then you can kind of explain the process, and I'll explain a lot better than me.
I shared the wrong one. Okay, here we go.
So let me screen share that to everybody. Let me screen share this. Okay, yeah. So go to your. Yeah, you already screen shared. So just go to the lineup thing.
Here we go. All right. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's there. It's looking good. I mean, let me check on YouTube just to make sure it's on there real quick, and I can see it like quickly. So let's check it. Come on. And it is.
It's not sharing.
Yeah, it's on. It's on. Good.
Okay, here we go. So we're back in business. All right, let's do this, man. Okay, so let's start one by one first. When you open the optimizer, you're gonna get that screen. You're gonna log into with your password, and you're gonna have that screen right in front of you. First thing first, you have to make sure that top where it say only include players in the starting line, you have to turn that off by saying no. Why? If I transfer, let's say I'm gonna say yes. So let's do yes, and I'm gonna transfer projection. And then I'm gonna go run the lineups. So let's run the lineup and see what results we're gonna get.
I'm gonna get some weird ass results. Look at that. It runs a lot faster than mine.
It takes about 5 to 7 seconds per lineup. There's a lot to calculate. So anyway, here's basically, it's just because I didn't update my data. Yeah. But anyway, normally after I update my data, if you keep it a yes and you try to run lineups, you're not gonna get any results, because basically what you're telling the software to do is, please, I want some lineups, but I want only the guys that's starting. And it's 2 o'clock in the morning right now. We don't know who's starting and who's not. So you have to keep that at no. But we're gonna turn it to yes an hour before the games, because we want to make sure whatever the lineups that we're gonna make the last hour of the day, we're gonna make sure these lineups have only starting players. So we're gonna turn that off.
Yep.
And here we go. You got it on the screen. You can turn off games. You can just, if you don't like game, or for example, you want to play the early games only, so you can just go to the bottom, click no, whatever the game that it's not included, just turn them off, and basically pick the games that you're gonna play. Yeah. But let's refresh the data. Now, refreshing the data is gonna take about 2 to 3 minutes. The reason behind that, the software is connected to 25 different websites. We bring the data from everywhere, from RotoGrinders, Fangraph, ESPN, I mean, MLB.com. I mean, we're talking about 25 different websites.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones.
The reason we made it that way, because the machine, it's not just making lineups. The machine does the research for you. I don't make research. You don't do research. Whoever gonna use that machine don't even need to look to any website. All you have to do is just come at the end of the day or at at night after the games is done, you can take a look at what's going to happen tomorrow or what the picks for tomorrow. But then the best time, 1 hour before the game starts, refresh your data, transfer your projection, run the lineups, pick the top score lineup, and play it. And that's it. Boom. It's magic. That's how it works. Because in the background, let's go to the projection tab. That's how we calculate everything. We look at the WOBA last 7 games. We look at the home or not home games. We look to every small and big thing. We look why how these players play good at home or not. And also we calculate the parks, we calculate the bottom of the league, the top of the league. So the top 5 teams, we give them a little bit better projection than the bottom 5 teams, the top 5 parks, the bottom 5 parks. I mean, we calculate everything. So nobody needs to do any research. And the funny thing is, the lineups that comes out, you're gonna look at them and you're gonna ask yourself, you're gonna say that to yourself. You'll be like, "Damn, I don't think that lineup gonna catch." That's the first thing. That's the first thing it's gonna come to your mind. The reason behind that, because you're not expecting those picks. If you're gonna pick on your own, using your own mind, your picks are gonna be completely different. But the optimizer, it looks to the areas that we're not even looking at. It makes the picks that we don't even think about. So when you start your day, you're gonna refresh your data. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take 3 minutes. This data, it's too much information that comes in, and we're talking about patterns, pictures. I mean, every small and big stats from all these sites is gonna come in. So 2 to 3 minutes, we try to work on a new version where it's faster, but 2 to 3 minutes, it's basically that's the research. I mean, I normally spend hours every night. I spend 5 hours to do my research, but with one click, and I have to wait 3 minutes, I don't have even to look anywhere. Everything gonna come to my hand in one click. So we'll see how long it takes, and we'll go to the screen after that.
Rowan, I was gonna say like today with like all the weird players it gives us, like and like yesterday with like Gregorius and Jimenez, like how they both hit home runs and we had them.
The thing is, we don't look even. I mean, we as a daily fantasy players, we look at things that doesn't matter. For example, the order of the pattern. If you look to a hitter gonna start at first, you're gonna be like, "Oh damn, I want to play that guy. He's gonna be at the first of the order. He can have the chance to have 5 at bats." Okay, what about his performance? Is he a good hitter or a bad hitter? What about his history? I mean, we don't even look at. There's a lot of things that it actually makes us stay away from the right picks.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, for example, like that software for the past 4 days been liking 2 players like crazy. Every day you make the
Aaron out there.
Exactly. But then, as a normal person, I don't think you're gonna take that route. You will never pick a player for 4 or 5 days straight. But the funny thing is, if you look to the stats of players, for example, pick any player, you will see some players that having good games for 10 games in a row. 10 games in a row, just killing it.
Yeah, I know.
And you don't think, and when you see them, you ask yourself, holy shit, I mean, how I didn't even see that player? This player has been playing good for almost 10 games and we didn't look at them. And the same thing, when you pick one player and it does a great, have a great game, the next day you question yourself. The next day you'll be like, hey, I think that pitcher is gonna be good. I'm not gonna go with that hitter. You're not supposed to think that way, especially with baseball. Baseball, you have to actually go with the streaks. You have to go with guys who can't see the ball. If you can't see the ball, you can't fucking hit it. So so it doesn't matter what order you add, or
So right now it's just gathering the data right now, right?
Yeah. And we'll see here. It's almost there.
That's good. Sweet. Yeah, but that was crazy because yesterday, and then if you guys want to see the results, it's online. It's on his at Twitter page at LineupZone. If you guys don't believe us, it's on there, and you'll see that he uses crazy players, and it somehow works. And then even on my Twitter at Seekins also _16, you guys see the lineups on there too. But lineups like he posts them and they're on there. If you guys don't believe them, like the players he uses are freaking crazy. But
But anytime that you try to refresh data, and let's say it will tell you at the top if it's frozen, if it's not responding, and if it's working, it would tell you that the Excel would tell you.
yeah,
But normally, because all your data depends on other people. You try to communicate with 25 websites, so some sites their server gonna be slow. I mean, even if your machine is perfect, this optimizer is perfect. Still, so
there we go.
now it's done. So you got all your data at the time, the game time, and everything. So let's say we just want to play the early games. We're gonna pick what's the early games and keep them at yes. If we don't want to play the late games, now keep in mind you need to double check on those times. So for example, we're supposed to have just one game at 8 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
But it's say 9 p.m. So I mean, there's different sites. They use different. You know,
yeah.
don't look at that time and take it as as a right info. You need to confirm with FanDuel. What I do, I look to the games. I look to FanDuel. If I want to play the early games, I look to what FanDuel has for the early games. I come here, isolate them, and just play them. So now let's say we're
And
gonna play.
and
Let's say,
Rawad, one
yeah,
more thing, Rawad. When you show the I would show everybody how to take out the games and how if you guys want to do it early or whatever. But then I'll put them back to yes so we can actually do a full projection for tomorrow.
yeah, I'm gonna do a full projection for tomorrow, and let's see what the software does. Now let's go to the leader page first, and let's go from there. Leader
Oh
page,
yeah, let's look at those wobas.
it's gonna give you the best robo for the past 7 days, and it would give you also the best robo as far as the split. What's the best guy tomorrow? And believe it or not, that Texas catcher is actually he's the top guy.
0.804.
Look at his wobble. I mean, the dude, the machine liked him for the past 6 7 days, but look at his stats. I mean, 6 points, 5 points, and
Oh,
he's
and he's going up against Miguel Gonzalez too. That guy's fucking trash.
exactly, and he's cheap. He's not like super. Uh,
2,800.
yeah. So let's look to the best plays of the day. Here we go. That's your best plays of the day, and basically you look at them, take a look, and see. I mean, Frazier been playing good lately.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, mostly these guys right there, at least every single day, at least 7 to 8 guys having home runs on those names. Um, Basically, that top guys, the top 5 or the top 10, mostly, even if they didn't have a home run, they have a good game. They end up the game with 4 points, 3 points. Nobody here in that list gonna give you 0 points tomorrow. Nobody gonna give you a minus point tomorrow. No
Yeah.
doubt about it. No doubt about it. So now let's go back to our main screen. So
And that
we
and one more thing, that Woba page helps a lot. Like maybe if you're skeptical about the machine, the numbers on there are real. So like if you just want to look at some Woba splits and find some really nice numbers you like on there, they're all on there. So
yeah,
um,
and again, I mean, we're just using whatever stats, the professional stats out there. We're not creating anything on our own. So, but so we at the main screen now. Let me tell you. So we're gonna refresh the data, right? But tomorrow you need to refresh the lineups and the odds too.
yeah,
You have to refresh that to get your starting lineup, to get the odds, to get the weather, to get all these information.
makes it
Now,
a lot
an
pretty for you.
extra step that it's really good after you do that. I just clicked it. So after you do that, you need to go to the projection tab, and under the projection tab, you need to update the projection too. It's a good an extra step. I do it because it works. I just want to update my projection. I don't want to.
Just in case like a machine finds something that is a lot better.
Right, exactly. And the reason I start to use it because one day I always do refresh data, transfer my hour projection, and go to the page, make the lineup. But one day I went to update projection, and I went back, tried to make the lineup again, and it was completely different players, and we had 56 points that night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I guess we should start doing the projection too and include that with the refreshing the data and everything. So now it's refreshing the odds and
So,
normally the odds
so
takes.
Rawat, just for people that are asking, like, what's your record so far using the machine?
Well, the machine so far, speaking the truth, for the past 10 days we only lost one day, and
Yeah.
we lost one day just by half a point. It's still a loss, but it's not a miserable loss. I mean, I mostly play head to head, and you should see some of the guys that I play against. I mean, when a guy play against you and only score 7 points, that's so miserable. You know what kind of. So now you see that the data refreshed. It's the first time you're gonna do it. It's gonna take a long time, but after that, it's gonna be pretty fast. So we updated now the lineups, the odds, the everything. No, we're not gonna have any lineups because it's still early. But let's transfer our projection now.
Yeah, let's this is the part where you guys get to see the actual
And
line.
here's the thing, everybody. I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna use that, you better use the lineups.
Yeah,
Don't mess
the top
don't
one.
mess with them. Don't mess with them. Don't try to be smart and say, oh, you know what? I like this player. Because you know what? We did that today. I mean, we still I'm telling you not to do it, and and I make that mistake like Optin today. I didn't like him really. I didn't, I like the split and he's good against lefties. So I was like, hey, it's gonna be a good chance.
Yeah.
And here we go. I got -1, and basically, and see if you try to figure out the daily fantasy sports, if you look to lineups on daily basis, those are the guys that lose. The guys who goes after an obvious pick, a really really easy pick. That's mostly the picks that goes down. That's the picks that actually it fails. So you get to that screen. You got two options. You either want to make one lineup, five lineups, or you want to stack. And you also can change
Stacking's pretty cool.
and you can change FanDuel or DraftKings if you play DraftKings. As far as the 2 points, you're telling the software, I want you to make lineups, but make sure between each lineup there's 2 points different. You can change it to one, you can change it to half a point. I mean, the software will does the best to get you these results. If you want the same guys from the first lineup to go to the second lineup, so you probably need to stay close, half a point. But if you want different names, you probably have to put that 2 points there, because that way the five lineups you're gonna get, it's gonna be different players in each lineup.
Yeah. So definitely run the one variant so you can.
Exactly. The answer behind what is weighted. I mean, what does that mean? A run one weighted lineup or run five weighted lineup. We bring projections from 5 different places. There's 5 different MLB daily fantasy sports websites. We bring the projections from them. We add our projection to it. We balance all 6 of them, and we take the average, and we take that projection, the average, we take it to that page, and after that, we do all this calculation, and then we go from there. So that's the meaning behind weighted. It has more weight to it. It has more value to it. It has a lot of things going on with these lineups. I like the weighted lineups as far as if you're the type of guy that likes play more cash games than GPP, then probably the weighted lineup is the best for you.
Yeah.
It's still gonna work for GPP, but it's mostly it's gonna be great for double ups too. So let's go to that GPP page here. Here we go. So you want to stack, you can stack. You don't want to stack, let's run the 5 lineups and let's see what happens. It takes 6-7 seconds per lineup, and
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna have to wake up early tomorrow, and that's gonna suck. to do all this, to do the
At least if
predictions and everything?
you run the software before you go to sleep, at least you have an idea. At least for, I mean, how many times you had dummy lineups? You played dummy lineups. So you can use it as your dummy lineup. You can take that lineup that the software gonna make now, use it as a dummy lineup, and tomorrow 1 hour before the games where the starting lineup comes up, just refresh, see who's starting, who's not starting. If the software likes someone different, and take that lineup and play. But
Yep.
most that top lineup, the very very top lineup, the one has the most projection, the most score is the one that goes off. I mean, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
whatever happened after that, because the first lineup, the software is designed to look for streaks, for consistency in the first lineup. The
Yeah.
second and the third and the fourth and the fifth is all about splits. It's all about WOBA, and who got the best split today, and who's gonna be a boom or a bust today. But mostly number one is all based on just consistent. Yeah, I mean, if the player has five good games, you're gonna see his name up there, and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, man, I played Frazier for the past 5 days. I'm tired of Frazier. Can we have somebody else? Well, Frazier had a home run today, so I mean, so here we go. Frazier again showed up today. So here's your picks. Basically, it's based on just
He likes the Angels.
yeah, I mean, if you look to the picture, because see what I do, yeah, if you really want to understand how the software works, you can just look to those hitters and look to the picture and try to understand why they pick these players, and you will see always you're gonna see a really bad pitcher or a good pitcher that not playing at home and he sucks on the road or something. So anyway, if you look to Belly been doing really good lately. I mean, 5 points. I mean, he's scoring. Um, I mean, Chris, he's been doing really good. So you got Scope and you got Frazier, and I mean all these guys
I really like that it has Segura right there, because that's what I really want to play tomorrow. So I'm glad I don't have to be conflicted.
If you look to the history of each single player right there, all these players been hitting the past games. No, I mean, even Aaron, he didn't really do much today. He had a one hit and he stole a base, but at the end of the day, he ended up with
2.25.
Exactly, he ended up with points. So it's not like he was bad, and so it's still a good pick, as long the player is seeing the ball and hitting the ball. So why not pick them? So basically, that's the top lineup today. You want to go after that? Let's see what kind of pitcher. So
Oh, it has a Strasburg lineup. Okay.
so you got Washington pitcher. He's really great at home. I mean, he is really really good at home. And
Yeah, Strasburg.
and San Diego. You saw San Diego today. I mean, not San Diego. Who's the team they playing? Washington lately?
They're playing Miami. Miami fucking sucks.
Miami. Okay, Miami. Hey, let me tell you something. Miami, they suck, but just give them a lefty and just watch what they're gonna do to him. I mean, Miami by far is the best team against left-hand pitcher, and I don't care who's that left-hand pitcher. I don't care who he is. They are great. They are great against left hand. Even the lefties there, they can hit left-handed pitchers. So he's good. He's a righty, and he's gonna have a good game. They projected him at 10 points, at 15 points. So that means he's gonna
I think he's gonna get more, man. But
yeah, he's gonna win the game. And those guys been doing better than Scherzer lately. So
yeah, fuck Scherzer.
Alex Wood. Alex Wood is really a risky pick, but the reason I think
It had hold on. It had Matt Latos today, didn't it?
how did he do? I mean he didn't. The bad part is he didn't win the game. I mean, even though they won the game, but by the time he got out, the game.
Let me check his numbers. Hold on.
I think he started with like 3 strikes out in the first inning. It was crazy.
Oh, he went 4.5. He went 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, and 2 ERA. So he didn't do that good, but he started off great. So it looked very
Homer
too.
fan, yeah. But Alex Wood, the reason that the machine picked him, he is better at home. He's really good at home. Not really, really good, but he can have a good game at home. If you take him on the road, no, there is no way you can even look at him. But again, that's a risky pick. And that's the thing. That's what we said. The first lineup is the most consistent lineup. You might see the same picture for the next and the third, but after that you're gonna see some different players. Now the Toronto dude, he's been bad lately, but when you put him at home,
Oh,
he
Burley? Yeah, Burley's a lot better at home.
yeah, a lot better at home. And he's cheap and he can stack expensive
Oh,
guys.
but he's playing Detroit, man. I don't know.
I'm not gonna mess with him.
I'm not gonna touch him, but like it's
Here's
interesting that he's
if you look to the baseball, if you look to baseball, baseball changed since the last 5 years. It's all about pitchers. It's all about pitchers. It became to the point where the teams have to have a good pitcher if they even think about taking a championship. So if you look to the amount of home runs if you compare the amount of home runs for the past 10 years, 5 years until now, it went way much down. Means pitchers that's the era of pitchers. And if you want to play, if a daily fantasy, if you want to play and want to win money, you don't even care about the win or loss. You need to look for the guy who's gonna give you a strikes out. That's what counts with daily fantasy. If he have a strikeout, that's a point right there. So I don't care really. Like Archer the other day, or
yeah,
who
Archer struck out what, like 12?
exactly, and he didn't win the game. So and I remember I was talking to you and we talked about him winning the game, and I said I really don't care about him winning the game as long as he giving me his floor and he giving me the points that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
As far as he's giving me this 10, 12 strikes out or whatever, I'm
But
happy with that,
it's always nice to have 4 extra
yeah,
points.
even yesterday, see the Kershaw. The bad thing about Kershaw, he always does have a good game. You want to know Kershaw? Just look at his stats and find out how many games he won, and compare them to the games that he didn't win. And he didn't win because he had a bad performance. No, he stopped the teams. He stopped all these hitters until the eighth inning, and whoever relieved him or whoever the next pitcher, he just give the game away. That's the story of Kershaw season.
Yeah.
He lose the game at the last inning. So that
Yeah.
yesterday, I think we had Kershaw. Yeah, I didn't care even for him to win at the end. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he had
left
like 14 strikeouts. So it was crazy.
exactly. So it was a guy give you 14 strikes out, and he only let one run in. I mean, you're happy with what you have, but the win is a bonus, and it's good to have. So if you really want to win, you always have to look for that guy that gonna give you this guy
Yeah.
right there. He's in a good spot tomorrow. Yeah, maybe he's on the road,
Yeah.
but he does good on the road too. I mean, it's not like he has bad.
Yeah. He had a really good game against San Fran.
Exactly. So, so that's it. Your first lineup is gonna be the most consistent, and you run
Yeah.
your five lineups. Look at them, you pick, and it's up to you at the end of the day. From my experience, when you mess with them, you're gonna feel sorry.
Yeah.
Like for example, today the top lineup today it was about 48 or 49 points. The top lineup today, but the reason we didn't use the top lineup because we didn't like Oakland players.
Yeah.
And the catcher, he had like a home. He had 11 points. I was crying. I'm sitting here crying. I'm like, why the hell I changed my lineup at the end?
Yeah.
But if you change them, it's up to you. I mean, it's your optimizer. It's your picks. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, with that software, you can just close your eye, take the lineup, play it, and see how much you're gonna win, and see how consistent it is. The
Yeah.
past the past 9 days, it was only one bad day. The rest, it's cashing, 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 cashing,
Yeah.
cashing.
Hopefully.
Early lineup cashed
And
like crazy. The early lineup. So, I mean, it's a tool that it's just gonna create lineups for you anytime that you need them. You just make sure that you pick the right games and everything. Now, let's say, because there's a lot of guys out there love to play GPPs, and I love to play GPPs too. And when I go to the GPP, I don't go with just one lineup. If I want to win a GPP, to be real honest and true honest with you, and that's the most sharks out there. That's the only way they win a GPP. You can look to anyone. You can look to Gundorf and see how he wins GPPs. He win it by just playing 25 to 30 lineups. He stacks. He doesn't even care
Yeah,
about. He
go.
doesn't. I don't think they even pick players. You know, I think they just stack them and they stack the teams, and that's it. I mean, whatever the best option that he can fits the best players in that price, and just go with it. So I love to play GPPs, and if you wanna do that, you can go to your multi GPP screen. Actually, yeah, multi lineups. When you go to multi lineups, you're gonna have to scroll all the way up though. And here we go. It's the same stats. It's the same everything. On that screen, actually, you can include and exclude players. So
Yeah,
if you don't like a player, you can just take them off. You can, whatever. Now, after you do that, first of all, you got here the amount. You can go up to 200. Like if I type 200 here, it's gonna go up to 200 lineups. And then here's the difference points between each lineup, and you got the site. You can play DraftKings or you can play FanDuel, whatever you want. And then you run the optimizer. I'm not gonna run 200 because we're gonna be talking for an hour waiting for this 200.
yeah, they're not gonna do 200
And,
lines.
it happens. It happens with any software out there. I mean, I used to use Cruncher, and not because their projection. I hated their projections, and they suck. But I used to use it just for this reason, because I wanted to have 50 lineups. I want to play 50 lineups on a
Yeah,
day where we only have two games, especially with NBA. At the end of the season, or some nights on NBA, you only have two games. And when you play more lineups, you're giving yourself better odds to win the top prize. So I used to use Cruncher for that, but I use this software now. So you can't go up with 200 anyway. Let's go with 5 here. Actually, let's go with 10. Let's see how much 10 takes. It's gonna take about. I mean, again, let's say 10 to 15 seconds per lineup, and you got the software, and you got the picks and anything, everything. So now I'm gonna run that. Now I did it today in the five lineups that was weighted lineups. I didn't have Scooter, but he was in the GBP lineup,
oh man, Scooter went off.
and he went off today, and he was in the GBPs. I mean, he had all the good names, all the guys who had good games today was in the GBP lineups. I'm
Vogue.
gonna I'm gonna try to show you a picture of the 10 lineups that machine made today. Um,
Have it?
okay, Can you switch to your screen until I get to my email and try to find those lineups I played today?
Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Let me go to. Let me check. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get off. Oh wait a minute. That should be working. Let me check. Let me check.
By the way, man, you need a new computer, my friend.
I can't just man. When you win like a 30,000 GPP, you just maybe give me like $200 real quick.
Okay, I will do that. I'll,
No, I'll probably get one soon. To be
man,
honest.
hey, I was close to it yesterday. I was close to it. I mean, we had 3 Toronto players and we have 56 points, and none of those players did anything. So I was hoping, I mean, just to have
Yeah.
2 home runs from them, and that's the thing, man. When you go after splits without even looking at consistency, it's a trap. It's an absolute trap. I mean, look at the Harbor today. I don't look to grinders anymore. I used to, but I don't. But I have no doubt that Harbor was one of their top 3 picks.
Oh yeah, Bryce Harper. I saw him everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't. I see. The thing is, all these players. The funny thing, just so you know, Most daily fantasy players, they go to roto grinders. They go to the famous sites. And
Yeah.
like if I show you that my head-to-head games today, the all of them had the same players. All of them, maybe two players different or one player different.
Yeah.
And I figured,
Oh, and by the way, Rawad, I got you off so you can check your thing.
okay. All right, let's go to email.
Yeah, dude, man, I wonder if the machine got Delino to Shields because he's been on a freaking tear.
Shields, no, but Shields out of home. Hell no. And
Oh no. He's a batter for Texas, Delino de Shields. The guy,
yeah.
he's been like, if you check out his numbers lately, he's been killing it.
Yeah,
I might have to run him.
I was watching him today. I was like, why the hell I went with Moreland?
Oh yeah, Moreland didn't. Yeah, Moreland. Well, yeah,
At
he
least,
didn't.
at least he had 2 points, not like Upton. This
Oh
with
man,
-1.
Upton pissed me off, man. Every time I look at Upton flies out. I'm like, again, the fuck? Kept flying out.
I actually can't. I'd rather next time. Honestly, with a good split, I'd rather go with Kemp over him. Kemp is more consistent than him.
Yeah, true. Man, I really like Delino just Shields, man. Like tomorrow when I run my lineups, I might run something like this tomorrow. Just
Um,
just
well,
in one, you
well,
know.
you do it. You're very welcome to do it, but I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm just gonna stick
Oh
to.
no, I'm definitely gonna run what the machine gives me, and then I'm gonna run a couple of my lines because I think I like what I can make tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna stick with the machine just for one reason. It's just if you win 9 nights, I mean, what else do you want? I mean, really, I mean, what else do you want? Unless you love to lose money. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna mess with it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you can do something about it. Um,
yeah,
but
true.
all right. So let me ask you.
You got it to work. And by the way, I think we're gonna have to get this done in about at least 10 minutes. Like, is that good with you?
Yeah, it's perfect with me.
Okay, just make sure. But yeah, I think you got all the info on here. So if people want to figure out what it is, they can just check it on here. And I believe the membership is only $9.99 for a month, right?
Yeah, it's $9 a month. It's not that big deal. For now, it's gonna be $9 per month. I mean,
Yes.
if you win in 9 nights in a row, I mean, there is a lot. It takes a lot, and it takes a lot of money because you got
Yeah.
6 developers worked on it, and a lot of work need to be done to it as far as the speed and everything. We tried to
Yeah.
figure out a way how to connect to 25 websites and try to make it faster. So there's a lot of money
And people need Excel too, right? They need the Excel
yeah,
spreadsheet.
you got to have Excel. If you don't have Excel, I mean, it's better to have Excel 2010 and a higher. And if you don't, you basically go online like you did yesterday. You went online and download it for free. You
Yeah,
know,
I would just I literally just typed in Excel download and I found one. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I did it. But um, yeah, yeah, you need Excel and then 9.99. It's really not that bad, guys. You probably win it back the next day. The
well,
consistency.
if you look to the other optimizers, I don't really think because I've been around for a long time. I don't really think I ever seen an optimizer that with that consistency.
Yeah,
Never, ever.
I
I
haven't either.
never, I
That's
never
why.
even seen an optimizer you can win 2 nights in a row. I never seen that before. I mean, all the optimizer out there is all calculated about there's some bullshit that doesn't even matter. You don't even care about home or not home, or I mean, which is a big, huge reason that you need to look at, or a big, huge part of that the player's performance. So
So, is your thing almost done?
yeah, give me a second here.
Okay, so we'll just get the lineups up. We'll show you guys, and then we'll just call it a day. And
All right,
so thank you.
let's see here. No, that's not it. No, give me a second here.
Man, I was surprised Severino was so damn highly owned today.
Yeah. It was a website that said, "Hey, this guy is really good, and you have to play him." But I didn't really care. I mean, we had a good pitcher. I mean, yeah, the other guy was cheap, but it's just still, we got the 14 points, so we can.
Yeah. Oh, so like the lineup today, like what I had was Zimmerman, Vogue, Goldie, Dozier, Frazier, Suarez, out there, Burns, and Pollock. And this one had Vogue and Frazier, so you pretty much automatically cashed with this.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If you had that lineup, then you'll be cashing everywhere.
Yeah.
I
So what is
mean,
that?
yeah,
Yeah. And then Dozier had a pretty good game too, 3.5.
even the 30 points lineup cashed actually. I mean, I made $100 out of it, so it wasn't a bad option.
Yeah, and then there was a guy who used the optimizer for for the DraftKings, and he freaking be good with it too.
All right, so you can switch me over and
You good?
yeah.
All
So
right.
those I just picked the out of the 10.
All right. Put it back on your screen and screen share it
Okay, let me see.
because right now it's just dark.
You can see it.
No, not yet. You have to screen share it. So like, go to the screen share thing and then just put it on there.
Okay.
Because right now it's just black.
Okay. Screen share. Let me find your screen share.
Everyone can see your face right now.
Oh, okay. Shit. Let me.
Nah. No. Oh, I know they can't. They just see that Google Plus picture of you. You look like Giancarlo Stanton, man. You have to tell everyone that you're just secretly Giancarlo Stanton. You see?
And,
Okay, so the screen share is on your thing right now
okay.
too.
So can you see my screen now, or you don't?
Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen, and I can see like the YouTube video. This is funny.
No, I want to share the photo, not the man.
Is it not working?
No, it's not working. It's just okay. I'm sharing whatever I have here on the screen share.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's my picture. So let's go. Okay, what about now?
Give me a second. Nope, nothing yet. How can't you just tell us what you got?
Okay, so let's see here.
I believe you. I mean,
Well, the first lineup we had Goldschmidt, we had Scooter, Frazier, Lindor, Blanco, and Braun. So that's the first lineup. All of them did it okay today.
I love. Man, you have Jeanette and Frazier in there. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
we got Vogt, we got Goldschmidt, Walker, Frazier, Lindor, Santana, Bullock. I mean, a lot of guys. Phillips was there too. He had a great game today. Um, Jonathan uh, Losher from Milwaukee was
Yeah.
there. He had a good game today.
Did you have any
Uh,
Lucroy?
uh,
Yeah, you had to have one Lucroy because I had a couple Lucroys.
yeah, and I had Machado, Reyes, and
The
of
Reyes too
course,
good.
yeah.
Make
So
sure.
that was it. Let's see here if okay, can at least you see the optimizer or you don't?
Um, I still don't see it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, we already told everyone pretty much everything. So, I mean, I think we
Give me 2 seconds here as far as the optimizer because I'm making those 10 lineups with you guys here. We'll show you the 10 GBP lineups tomorrow, and I'll finish it up there.
yeah. So you're gonna need a screen share. I don't think it's screen sharing onto you.
What do you see on my screen right now?
It's just you.
Oh shit, man.
Everyone's gonna make fun of your hat, man. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
man,
I'm just kidding.
just hiding my hair. That's all.
Oh man. Is it not coming up?
I don't know how to share it, man. Okay, so
Go to the side and where it says screen share, click screen share, and then a bunch of screens are gonna come up, and then click on the one that you want to share.
okay, so so let me go to. Oh wait, here we go.
Click
It's
screen.
right there. Okay, so screen share, and
Okay.
here we go. So here we go.
Screen.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just I'm trying to figure out the screen share thing.
Oh damn! Oh, lineups.
My first YouTube video. So anyway, so let's see here. That's your top 10 GPP lineups for tomorrow, right there.
Damn, I gave us a Jorge De La Rosa.
You got Freddie Glavis, you got Reddick, Garcia, you got Correa, Frazier again, um, Kermeyer, Gaddis, Machado, Bruce. So that's your top 10 lineups right there. And it will tell you the projection. I normally you saw that lineup today. This number
Yeah.
one lineup, you saw it today when you did the 5 weighted lineup. Normally, if you're gonna play just one lineup, that's what you want to go with.
Yep.
No question about it. Don't even ask. It doesn't even matter. I mean, you're gonna see you punching these names on FanDuel, and you're gonna see these players' order is 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Don't even let it scare you.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised what these guys can do and how much score you're gonna end up with.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So that's basically how you do it. You just go to your because you got 2 screens. This screen here is gonna only give you 2 lineups. That's all. But if you go to the multi lineups, this screen gonna give you up to 200. And when you're done with them, or the machine is done with them,
That is fucking crazy.
and if after the machine is done with them, you can go to your multi GBP, your lineups tab, and you will see lineups here. If you make 200 lineups, you're gonna see all the 200 lineups up here. If you're only making 10, that's it. Here's the 10 is right there. And that's it. It's pretty simple. Other than clicking and waiting for a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
you're not gonna have any more than that. It's not gonna be harder than that. At the same time, you can look if you want to have your own projection and want to transfer them. You can do that if you're on that level. I don't want to mess with anything. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, yeah, I'll get my mind into it. You know what I mean? I don't think as a human, I don't think you can calculate, 30 different reasons how to pick a player. I don't think you can do that in your brain. I mean, normally we pick players for one reason. The biggest reason with baseball is the split. If you see a lefty going against a righty, and you normally like that pick, but you don't look at parks. You don't. And if you're gonna do that every day, if you're gonna go to figure out the park, what's the good parks, what is the bad park, and you take. I mean, if you're gonna figure out every single thing, you're gonna need 7 to 8 to 9 hours just to come down to have that work. So basically, the machine does the research for you, and it gives you the results. All you need to do is just play them and enjoy. That's all you need to do.
All right. So you guys know we did this video. It was long, but it pretty much gets everything out the way. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my sponsor here, LineupZone. I hope we can keep doing some good stuff here. And I wouldn't sponsor something that I don't like, or I wouldn't be sponsored by something I don't like. This is legit. I use it, and it's great. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. You could say your goodbyes, Rawad.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, all right. And I know Rawad is like 2 in the morning, so he probably wants to go to sleep or something.
Now, I stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning, just making GBP lineups and making picks and stuff like that. So it's
That's
normal.
that's why
But
you that's why you're
but the
drinking
past the
Pepsi.
past week, actually, I got to sleep a little bit better the past week because I stopped doing research. To be honest with you, the
Yeah.
past 7 days, all I do is just 1 hour before the games start. I run out of software, take the picks, play them, and you good to go.
All right. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and bye bye.